You know what's funny? I come out here every week, I talk to you people, and I never see any of you, and I never interact with any of you. But without a doubt, I can always say this. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast for Saturday, August 12th, 2017. We are officially 6 days away from my birthday, folks. That's right, 6 days and counting. But enough about hypothetical things and things down the road and in the future. I'm here tonight with, back from the fridge, Professor Club. Professor, nice to see you again. Nice to have you here.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for having me here tonight. I'm looking forward to being in charge, hopefully once again. But anyway, thank you for having me tonight.
Yeah, no problem, Professor. But this week, I have some topics, and oh boy, one of them's a doozy. I'm gonna have fun with it. But first, the Voltron Lego set. That's right, I was part of the Lego Ideas thing. Well, good news, it's been approved for the Ideas Project. And oh boy, that makes me happy. Walmart has royally screwed the pooch with a back-to-school campaign, and oh man, I can't wait to talk about that. Facebook is launching its big attack on television. Oh, God help us all. Anime News Network got hacked. No Game, No Life Film Zero is coming to the U.S. It's coming to U.S. theaters this fall, and the topic that I've been waiting all week to talk about, well, at least since Thursday. Larry Bundy Jr.'s channel on YouTube had information stolen from a Fact Hunt episode and used by WatchMojo.com. Oh, I'm gonna have a field day with this one. But anyway, as always, you know the drill, and so do I. We know this song and dance by heart by now. It's a two-step. If you're looking for collectibles, oddities, strange things, unknown items, things that just want to have sit on a coffee table to have as a conversation starter when your annoying relatives come to town, because, hey, we all know that happens from time to time, check out A Roads 2012 on eBay. I got a wide variety of stuff. I mean, come on, I'm basically a weird person, and what other weird person would have things and weird items? So if you're looking for trading cards like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, some strange and unusual things, and what have you, check out A Roads 2012 on eBay. And you can also follow me on Twitter at OtakuRoads. So let's give a little update this week. Professor, how have things been with you? I mean, I haven't seen you in a while.
Things have been good. Getting ready for the new school year, and a whole bunch of new minds. Get to confuse them and harangue them and all that other fun stuff. But otherwise, mostly just been relaxing, enjoying the things, working out. Lost about 50 pounds.
Hey, all right, congratulations, Professor.
Oh, thank you very much, Andrew. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing lately. How have things been with you?
Oh, pretty good. I had to try to move an SUV today. This is a fun little story. I might as well just talk about this here. But otherwise, I'll get to that in a second, I should say. This week's pretty much been entertaining for me in a magnitude of ways. It's basically a regular week, dull, boring to a point, but funny. But today, I tried moving an SUV that we got in the backyard, and I'm mostly trying to move it because a relative wants to try to get it started and all this stuff. So I'm trying to move it out of the little rivets that dug in, that it basically grew into because it's been sitting back there, the grass grew around, and I'm trying to move it. So the battery won't charge for some reason. It was like not taking a full charge, and I couldn't get it started. So I thought, well, let me try pushing it out of the, little ruts. And I figured to myself, that way if I do get it started, I won't have to waste so much gas trying to yank it out. It won't get stuck because it'll be above the ground where it was. And trying to push this thing, I felt extremely weak. And that's not a good sign. I mean, like, weak as in, I could not budge this thing other than rocking it. I was getting close, but I was getting winded. Then my mom comes out to give me a hand. She's trying to push in the back, and I'm like, no, just stop. I'll try to just rock it out. Then all of a sudden, she walks up to the front. I'm like, okay, she's gonna stand up there and tell me when I'm getting close to the edge of the little ruts that they're in, so I'm getting it over it. And here she goes. She's pulling on the front of it because we have the hood up. She's pulling on the front of it as I'm shoving it in the back, and she's pulling it with ease. Like, yeah, this is nothing. What are you complaining about? And I'm just like, what the hell? As I'm telling her, I'm like, this is something that I can definitely tell my grandkids, and you can definitely tell your grandkids. I remember when your father couldn't push an SUV, and I could just look at my grandkids and go, come gather around, kids. Let me tell you about the time your great-grandma basically made me feel like less of a man. Yeah. She just pulled the front of this SUV like it was nothing. I have it in neutral. I'm pushing it in the back with everything I've got. I'm barely making it move. Your great-grandma just up and yanks it. Nothing. That was the day my penis shrunk 3 sizes. I mean, there's no real way to explain that. I mean, how else to be? I felt extremely emasculated by that. It's like, oh my God. And my mom's almost double my age. So she's way older than I am. And she's moving this like it's nothing. And I'm like, when the hell did I get so weak that I couldn't even budge this? That kind of scares me.
Yeah, that would scare me too. Did you ever think of just calling like the auto club or something?
No, we just had to charge up the battery. It just wouldn't take the full charge. Just wasn't turning. The engine wouldn't turn over. So I don't know if the battery's like completely shot and dead, or if it's has to charge up for a little bit. Then have to let it sit so that it cools down and try charging it back up again. We're not sure. But anyway, I just felt really humiliated. Trying to move this and push it out of these holes, out of this hole by hand. And she just up and pulls the front of it as I'm pushing, like, this is nothing. And I'm in the back shoving this thing, getting winded, getting red in the face, and I'm like, yep. So come gather around Grandpa's lap, kids. Let me tell you the story about when his crotch dropped 3 sizes because Grandma made him feel very emasculate when she just pulled on the front of that SUV. Oh, that was a bad Saturday. Alright, so let's talk about Facebook. Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg I don't know if he stole it from the Winklevoss twins. I don't know if I can believe the Social Network movie. It was a damn good movie, though, we'll give you that. But either way, it's that massively humongous social media site. It basically knocked MySpace right on its ass. Because I remember, like, years ago when I went to tech school, MySpace was the king of social media. You want to talk to somebody online, it's MySpace that you're talking it on. Nowadays, it's I'm on Facebook. Facebook. I see the gigantic Facebook logo, the square and the F, as I know it, on more things than I see anywhere else. Hell, I see Twitter more than I see MySpace anymore. That's basically become, I think one person actually said it best, it's nothing but a den for musical wannabes.
Yeah, that sounds about right, yeah.
Well, anyway, Facebook is pushing itself to becoming a destination for original television shows. On Thursday, it launched its redesigned video tab, Business Insider Learn. So this is from Business Insider, by the way, if you hadn't figured that out. The new tab will be called Watch, and will showcase a slew of shows from the likes of BuzzFeed, Tastemade, ATTN, and Condé Nast. People familiar with the matter said Facebook officially confirmed the impending launch of Watch on Wednesday afternoon following the publication of this report. The company didn't specify a date for the launch, but said it would happen soon. Yeah, a lot of stuff will happen soon. The sun will rise at one point and set at another point. In fact, soon there will be a total solar eclipse, knocking out the light of the day in the middle of the day and make it at night. On the 21st. I'm not looking forward to that day. But still, you have all that going on. Facebook sees high-quality scripted video as an important feature to retain users, particularly a younger demographic that is increasingly flocking to its rival Snapchat. It also views such video as a means to rake in advertising dollars, traditionally reserved for conventional TV. So let's dissect this for a moment here. So, Facebook wants to basically make themselves Snapchat, but not actually be Snapchat, and they want to make themselves a TV channel, but not actually be a TV channel. Okay. So, at that point, I'm what? On Snapchat or on Facebook? See, here's the thing. Facebook's main issue is the fact that it's trying to grow itself too rapidly. At least in my opinion. Now, let me explain what I mean. At first, it didn't do too bad of a job. If you want to have it so that it grows, do it in the right way. If you want to have like some pages on Facebook be specifically made for videos, like, oh, we want to do this and this, that would be like on a regular thing. Like, okay, here's like a live news Facebook page, like Facebook News or something, and have like news reports from different places. That would be something to do and integrate it. That would be what I would consider a television sort of push. But you want to basically try to take on Snapchat. Snapchat's going to implode on its own. It doesn't need your help. If Facebook can stay the test of time, which, by the way, you're one of the most highly used social media sites out there. I mean, it's Facebook, it's Twitter, it's Tumblr, Instagram. Those are the heavily used social media tabs and social media sites out there right now. And you're concerned with Snapchat. Okay, so they're increasingly flocking to Snapchat, younger demographic. Keep in mind, the younger demographic doesn't have much of an attention span.
Yeah, I can vouch for that.
Anyway, thank you, Professor. Anyway, you're trying to take on Snapchat while making yourselves try to hold on to what fan base and what followers and users you have, but at the same time, you're trying to basically be YouTube if you think about it, because you want to have people doing videos. So it's like you're trying to grasp at way too many straws. You keep changing too much stuff to try to make it so that it's more of a massive market, that we control the market. You can't have a monopoly on everything. If you did, then there would be no thing as social media sites. The S would be dropped. It would just be site, Facebook. That's all you go to. But anyway, Facebook said, and I quote, Zuckerberg said, and I quote, well, I might as well just say Facebook. He's the face of Facebook. We hope Watch will be home to a wide range of shows, from reality to comedy to live sports. Some will be made by professional creators and others from regular people in our community. So effectively, you're trying to make Facebook YouTube. I think Google will have something to say about that. Anyway, Facebook says its new watch will showcase episodic shows and sports, courtesy of, I'm guessing everybody. It'll showcase videos following the theme or story arc. Users will be able to create a watch list to keep up with new episodes of their favorite shows. This is going to be fucking YouTube. To watch on Facebook's TV app. So I'm guessing Roku's going to get this. You're basically making yourselves YouTube now. Do you not have any dignity left, Zuckerberg? Among the different sections in the tab will be ones for the most talked about videos, so recommended, now trending. You know what? Yeah, let's just do that. Professor, are you up for this?
Am I up for what?
Let's have a YouTube versus Facebook TV and see what they're basically copying off of Facebook.
All right, let's do this. Yeah, you know what? That sounds like fun. Let's do that.
All right, so here we go. So we got among the different sections in the tab will be ones for most talked about videos, and ones that friends are watching. Viewers will also be able to see comments from others while watching a show.
Yeah, it sounds like YouTube stuff right there. If you think about it, YouTube did do that first.
Okay? Facebook intends to feature a wide gambit of shows through Watch, including live shows that feature hosts responding in real time to users' questions and live events, like Major League Baseball games.
Then YouTube does do that with live stuff. They have an entire Live Now section for certain channels.
That I do know about. The company is also hoping to attract more premium traditional shows like those you might see on cable or broadcast TV.
Which, ironically, YouTube does do. However, they end up deleting them via copyright claims.
Yeah, the copyright trolls get after them, but still, that's something YouTube does, so let's try again. Next. Facebook initially hoped to debut its redesigned video tab and show effort earlier this year, but the date has been moved back several times as more show partners have been brought on board. Oh, God. Professor?
It feels like they're trying to get too big too fast. Like you said, it's almost like the old Krispy Kreme. You all know how much I love Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme basically got too big too fast, and they realized that. Starbucks is sort of being the same way.
It's just getting really bad here at this point. In typical Facebook fashion, only a small percentage of users will see the new Watch tab in the YouTube app immediately after it launches Thursday. But Facebook plans to slowly make it available to everyone in the coming weeks. So my guess would be about, 6 or 7 months down the road?
Yeah, I'll go with 8.
Okay, so 8 months down the road, everybody will have it. All right, that sounds about right. While some shows will be available right away to the small percentage of users with initial access to the Watch tab, roughly 40 shows will be included in the first full slate of programming scheduled to debut for everyone on August 28th. People familiar with the matter said Facebook has been willing to pay millions of dollars for exclusive rights to premium longer shows, while less expensive shorter shows reportedly cost $5,000 to $20,000. Yeah, right. Jesus Christ. The cheaper shows are permitted to be shown outside Facebook after they exclusively debuted in the Watch tab. So in other words, it's we got it first. You can't have it until we air it. Then you can have our sloppy seconds. That's basically what Facebook's doing here. It's the expensive shows we want to keep. The cheaper shows, you can have them after we've aired them once. Once they've exclusively debuted on our Watch tab, you can have our sloppy seconds. Wow. Thank you, Facebook. That makes us feel oh so wonderful out there in the internet community because we know that you're not trying to give a middle finger to all of us. Well, a Facebook representative declined to comment, I wonder why, on advertising and other financial agreements for Watch. TechCrunch reported that content partners would be able to keep 55% of revenue from mid-roll videos. 55%! Yeah, Professor Clump just has his jaw on the floor here. I'm agreeing with him. 55%!
That's just outrageous. I mean, now how are you going to have a 55% show and basically you get 55% of the ad revenue?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, this is weird. I mean, and also, I'm still getting a kick out of this, though, yet with all the less expensive, shorter shows are $5,000 to $20,000. What, to make or to buy? But then you won't be able to see those outside of Facebook until after it airs on Facebook. So what's the point then? Unless I'm getting the feeling this is going to be a subscription-based thing here too. As Facebook one of the ongoing viral lies and fake shit that's been going out over the years was that Facebook is soon going to start charging all of its users for content, a monthly subscription fee. And this is, first off, it's been debunked so many times that Zuckerberg himself has even come out and said, look, we don't charge anybody to use Facebook. If we did, it wouldn't be free for everyone to use. Why do you think you see ads on Facebook? That's why it's free for people to use. But the watch thing on this, I'm getting the feeling is going to be YouTube's way of, oh yeah, by the way, we're now officially taking over. You're going to have to pay us in order to use the television section of Facebook. I honestly think this is going to... This is a large mistake, for starters. You want to have videos up on Facebook, that's fine. You can do that now. Unlike Snapchat, people can actually see these 20, 30 hours down the road. Hell, Twitter even does videos. It's only like 2 minutes in length, but Twitter does videos. YouTube can actually have slightly longer videos. Or, sorry, Facebook. But why do you care all of a sudden about trying to get television shows? To me, it seems like you're really trying to grasp at too many straws at once. Professor, any thoughts on this at all anymore?
Nope. Nope. My brain on this one's shot, Andrew. It really is.
Good. So's mine. It's just so bad and horrible. It's not even funny. Professor, do you know what August usually means to me?
Your birthday. It's August 18th.
Well, besides that, August for me was always school time. You know why?
Not a clue, Andrew. Why?
Because every single time my birthday rolled around, about a week later, I had to go back to school.
That's horrible. I mean, well, I always liked school when I was growing up, but that's horrible that you had to go back to school pretty much a week after your birthday.
Yeah, it got worse, though. But Walmart... a lot of these stores, that they'll do back-to-school stuff. But Walmart has officially screwed the pooch on this one. Because they had to remove the controversial display that marketed guns, G-U-N-S, as back-to-school items.
Well, now, I can see that if you live possibly in like an inner city or something, but yeah, guns in schools should not mix.
Damn straight, Professor. Anyway, Walmart landed in a bath of hot water on Thursday when a picture taken at one of its stores went viral on social media. Twitter, it just erupted in a firestorm. In the picture, a sign with the tagline, "Own the school year like a hero," was displayed above a gun rack. And I do have the picture of this too, by the way. I will have it up. I do have it up so you can see this. It appeared the guns were being marketed as back-to-school items. Yes. A Twitter user whose name I will omit to protect their privacy first posted the picture that sparked outrage. Many Twitter users then started asking the retail giant for an explanation. Responding to the tweets, the retail giant apologized and informed the sign was removed. In one of its tweets, Walmart said the sign was found in the store number 1341. However, it did not confirm the location of the store. A report claimed the store was in Evansville, Indiana, but, that could also be hearsay, I don't know. But I just like this. However, in another tweet, though, the retail giant said the company confirmed with the shop manager who said there was no such sign near the guns. Then, are you saying that photo was photoshopped and fake? Because I don't think it was. I can tell Photoshop bullshit, and that did not look photoshopped. That looked like it was taken on a cell phone camera by a pissed off individual, because I'd be freaking livid. Under the back-to-school banner, Walmart sells products like backpacks, lunchboxes, binders, glue sticks, crayons, and other such essentials. Yeah, you know, all the lovey-dovey carry stuff. Colored pencils, markers, girlfriend repellent, locker stuff, fake apples for your teacher, sticky notes, what to do when I get caught cheating on a test, stuff like that.
Hey, how'd you know about that?
It's everything. There was actually a paper once I saw. It was like a joke story or something. It was in the back to school section. How to cheat on tests and get away with it.
Yeah, so I'm asking, how'd you know about that? A couple of my students tried using that first year. Professor Clump was going to fall for that.
That's pretty good, Professor. So anyway, in an advertisement with the tagline, "Own the school year like a hero," the retail giant promotes products linked with superheroes, like Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, stuff like that. It's not the first time, though, that Walmart has landed themselves in the bath of bullshit controversy. And I mean bullshit in the fact that they have the audacity to put this up. In July, Walmart apologized after facing criticism online for using a racial slur in a product listing on its website. The company claimed the product was listed by a third-party seller and also mentioned it was upset with the use of such a word on its website, and it had removed the unidentified seller completely from its site. I don't know what it was, nor do I care. Professor?
Yeah, not a clue. No, not a clue, and I don't really care either.
It's very good. They said, though, "We are very sorry and appalled that this third-party seller listed their item with this description on our online marketplace." The director of corporate communications and media relations quoted, It is a clear violation of our policy and has been removed, and we are investigating the seller to determine how this could have happened." In September, a Walmart store near Panama City Beach stacked up Coca-Cola bottles to make them look like the World Trade Center, with a message that read, "We will never forget." While the gesture aimed at commemorating the 9/11 attacks, social media users criticized the company for using the opportunity for branding. Even Coca-Cola doesn't pull this kind of shit, guys. Come on. October 2014, the store apologized for labeling a cloth category for adult plus-size Halloween outfits fat girl costumes. I'm starting to see a pattern here. Walmart seems to do stupid shit and then apologizes and continues to do stupid shit. Where is the Kirito is always right foundation when you need it? Well, I guess I'm going to have to pitch it for him, I guess. I like, though, how the firm's spokesperson came out with a statement saying, "This should never have been on our site. It is unacceptable and we apologize. We are working to remove it as soon as possible and ensure that this never happens again." And now it's to the adult plus-size Halloween outfits. In 2015, Walmart, along with other retailers like Amazon and eBay, banned the sale of Confederate flag merchandise. I remember eBay and Amazon. eBay was like one of the last ones. I know Walmart jumped on that right away. Amazon was like the second one. I know eBay was one of the holdouts to the end, because a lot of people were selling them on eBay, and then eBay's like, "Okay, you know what? We got to put a stop to this. We can't have it up here anymore." The step was taken after the flag became a sore point in the aftermath of a shooting at a historic African-American church in Charleston. My grandmother grew up in the South, and when they yanked down the flag then in that state after the incident, she started crying. Though I can understand it to a point, at the same time, they kind of had their reason for doing it, because you had riots, picketing, and it's like, look, if we yank down the flag, we'll have a chance of bringing peace to this state. Which, in all honesty, I would rather just have peace in the state than that, in all honesty. If you have people lighting cars on fire and beating the crap out of people, all because this was used, just drop it down. Let's try to smooth this out with everybody before we end up making something worse out of this. That's where my point was in that. But then again, it was years ago. Several other retailers have apologized in the past and removed controversial products from their shops and websites. While Amazon had to remove a doormat with the picture of Indian flag, Nike offered an explanation for using an offensive name for its range of sneakers. The retailer selling athletic footwear, apparel, and accessories had named the range of shoes Zenji. Many social media users said it was a derogatory term in Arabic for people from Zanzibar. I did not know that, so I learn something new every day. But yeah, Walmart, in all honesty, there's a pattern to this, and you can see it. Walmart does stupid shit, gets caught on it. Apologizes, goes back to doing stupid shit. I mean, they didn't even talk in this about the pre-order debacle from the SNES Classic Edition. That could have been lumped into this. We did not realize that went out. We tried to stop it. We apologized to everybody and refunded everybody their money. This was not meant to go out, not meant to go live yet. Yeah, right. My guess is that Nintendo saw it and it's like, yank that down or you ain't getting any. We have a set thing for when the pre-orders have to go out. You don't get to choose that. I know Walmart's in need of money, but still, that's not the way to do it, folks. But own the school like your hero, put it over a bunch of guns. We don't need any more Columbine here. Come on, people. Let's get this shit right. That should have been caught right away by a store manager. So whoever was in charge of that Walmart should be thrown out on their ass and dragged through the streets. And have everybody throw rotten fruit at them. Sound good, Professor?
No, I wouldn't really say rotten fruit. I'd say bags of other things, but rotten fruit will do.
Rotten fruit and vegetables. That'll work. But anyway, that's just, good Lord, that's horrible. Walmart should be ashamed of themselves tonight. I mean that. They should really be ashamed of themselves right now. This is Andrew Rhodes, and you're listening to the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. Because otherwise you wouldn't be hearing this, and I probably wouldn't be on here. Anime, manga, movies, video games, technology. What better way to spend an hour than with somebody that wants to talk about these things, right? If you like any of that, check out the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast, only on YouTube. New episodes are uploaded every Sunday. You're listening to the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. At least I hope you still are. Are you? Professor Klump, I've showed you No Game, No Life, right?
Yes, actually you have. I do remember that very fondly. I remember watching a couple episodes of it then afterwards, and kind of wondered what the second season was, because it kind of just dropped off.
Well, Professor, then this article is for you.
Well, thank you, Andrew. No Game, No Life Film Zero is set to premiere in the U.S. theaters this fall. Now, Sentai Filmworks announced on Thursday that it will premiere the No Game, No Life Zero film in Los Angeles on September 15th, as part of the Los Angeles Film Festival. Now, I myself wish I could be there for the film festival, however, I have a prior engagement.
Your fridge?
My couch. Close, though.
No, that's close.
Anyway, a wider release then is slated for fall of this year. In the United States, Azoland Pictures is handling theatrical distribution. The film opened in Japan on July 15th, and Sentai Filmworks describes the story as follows. 6,000 years before Sora and Shiro were even a blink in the history of Despard, war consumed the land, tearing apart the heavens, destroying the stars, and even threatening to wipe out all the human race. Amid the chaos and destruction, a young man named Riku, thank you, Andrew, leads humanity towards the tomorrow his heart believed in. One day, in the ruins of an elf city, he met Shubi, thank you again, a female exiled ex-machina android, who asked him to teach her what it means to have a human heart.
Oh yeah, like that hasn't been done to death in anime films.
Yeah, you telling me. Although the film features the same main cast members as the previous television anime, many of them are credited as characters who lived 6 millennia before Sora and Shiro came into the alternative world. However, the film's latest visual shows recurring characters, including Sora and Shiro.
Yeah, I cannot find the actual picture though either, folks, so please don't hate me for it, because I saw it, but then somebody says that same thing was used for another thing, so I really couldn't find a decent picture of it. But if you look it up, it's probably up online. It's, in the words of Doctor Who, Google it.
Yeah, that's very good, Doctor Who there.
Thank you. It's Peter Capaldi. I can do a pretty good David Tennant, too.
We'll hold off on that. Atsuko Ishizuka returned from the television anime series to direct a film at Madhouse. Yuki Hanada, also returned to handle the script, and Satoshi Tasaki, thank you very much, designed the characters. Kazuhiro Hochi, thank you very much, Andrew, drew the concept art. Ichi Izawa returned as art director, and Tsukasa Ohir, I guess. I don't even know. It's Ohir. Thank you very much, Andrew. Reprised the background art setting role. However, Yoshiaki, thank you. Fujisawa composed the music. So in all, it seems pretty cool. But as far as movies go, this is one that No Game No Life definitely needed a second season, so I'm hoping this might be like a precursor to that. Sort of like a, here's the first season, here's what happened prior to the first season, now here's your second season. That would be actually pretty damn well.
I kind of have to agree with you on this one, Professor. I mean, No Game No Life definitely had a unique aspect to it. It was a gaming anime series that wasn't actually a gaming anime series. It was like sort of an adventure series that had to deal with games in it. It wasn't that the characters are interacting with monsters, that they're battling themselves. It was sort of a battle of the minds, as it were. And that actually was pretty well done. So, it definitely deserved the second season, especially how crappily it ended, too. I mean, I gotta admit that. A good series, the ending episode is basically like, oh, they got one territory, yet they gotta get all the territories to take on God in a chess match. And they got one. Counting the one they had, that makes two then total. What about the rest of them? Where's the second season? It's like the devil is a part-timer. Before the devil is a part-timer, we never got the whole thing.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But anyway, it wasn't that bad of a series. Definitely deserves a good shot for a movie.
I think the same thing, Professor, and maybe it'll do well, maybe it won't. Who knows? You know what's funny, though, Professor? I actually got a chance to watch something this week that I have been putting off for the longest time.
Oh, really? What was that?
I got a chance to watch Excel World Infinite Burst. And I have to say, I was a little disappointed. I mean, this is kind of a recommendation, but let's just talk about it for a moment. Let's get a little pad time going here. Excel World was a very well-made anime series. 24 episodes long, half of which deal with the coming of age of Haruki as he figures out his place in this new world. And the second half is basically him interacting with this world. He's got more confidence than he did before, and he's struggling to hold on to that confidence and hold on to the life that he's now gotten. However, what bothers me about the movie Infinite Burst is the fact that it's a movie that, while it has an interesting design and an interesting feel to it, let's face it, it definitely lacks something in the way of plot. The entire story revolves around a mysterious black cloud that pretty much shows up out of nowhere, starts taking down all of the, I want to say, it starts really screwing up and taking out everything around them. Everybody's getting pissed, everybody's getting thrown out of Brain Burst. Anybody that tries to log in there is automatically thrown out. They figure that eventually everything's going to come to a screeching halt unless they can stop it. They try having all the territory kings put aside their differences to, join hands in harmony and kind of fight as one. But what annoys me the most about this movie is the fact that it takes you almost 40 minutes to get to the plot, to even start the damn movie. Because what it does is, for the first 38 minutes of it, it literally rehashes the first 12 episodes of the series and then gives you a very quick glimpse of the second 12 episodes. So it gives you all 24 episodes of the series, which you should have already seen before you go to see this movie. For starters, you basically get the entire series beforehand in a super Cliff Notes version. 38 minutes later, you get the actual movie. And it felt rushed, which, no shit, I mean, it's like a 90-minute movie, and you've wasted 38 minutes of it literally screwing around. If I'm going to see an anime movie, and if I'm going to watch an anime movie that is based off of a series, you better damn well bet good hard-earned money on the fact that I've already seen most of the series. I've already seen the episodes. I've seen the series. I'm well aware who this character is. I'm well aware who this character is. I'm well aware who this character is. Here's the thing, though. Some of the characters in that I didn't know. And they were not in the original series. They were not in any of the OVAs. And believe me, I watched those. So where did they come from? They never explain that. They glance over the main villain in this as the backstory for her is just really stupid. And they just glanced over that. And I'm like, visually appealing it is. Horrible script. I mean, just god awful. So, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. I give Accel World Infinite Burst a dismal 2 out of 5. This, screw it. Screw it. It's even worse than that. It gets a 2 out of 10. I'm sorry. It's abysmal. 38 minutes you waste rehashing the series, which anybody that goes to see this is already going to know the series to begin with. It hurts so much to watch that. It really did.
This is Professor Sherman T. Clump, and you're listening to the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta go back to my sandwich. It's calling me from the fridge.
Okay, so last year, something interesting came upon Facebook, piqued my interest. It was for a Lego Ideas set that was up for voting to decide whether or not it was going to get to be in the running to even be considered to become a new Lego set. Now, this entire concept of the Lego Ideas thing is really cool. People like you and I can basically design your own Lego kit, put it up on the Lego Ideas site, and then fans will vote on it. If you get 10,000, people that like your thing and 10,000 votes, it gets to go to the judging round. If you don't get that many votes, it's right back to nothingness. So there was a set on there, it was called Voltron. And it was Voltron like Defenders of the Universe. I mean, we're talking the Lion Voltron here. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, this is really freaking sweet. This is amazingly cool. And I'm like, something's really cool here. This is really neat. So I was with it. I signed, I voted for it. And it made it to the judging round. However, at the time, they needed more time to decide whether or not it could become a Lego kit. And this basically made it so that they had to postpone its final decision because they're basically trying to figure out, well, do we want to make this a kit? Is it going to be a good idea for a kit? Does this actually qualify as a Lego kit? I don't know what they did during that time other than scratch their head, because this was a pretty damn cool Lego kit for starters. I mean, this is literally, I think, what the man who invented Lego wanted to do with most of his life. Sorry about that, I was freeing up a piece of paper. Definitely, this is what I think Lego wanted to be at its height, at its popularity, and still, it's definitely something that I would have wanted it to be. So, it finally just got announced earlier this week that it has been approved. It will become a Lego set sometime next year. And first off, I was geeking out about it when I saw it, because then I'm like, something about, I got an email from it. It's like, oh yeah, here's your Lego Ideas Digest, like little updates for the week and that, because you sign up for an account in order to do any voting, and you can get basically a newsletter that tells you, hey, this new project's up, this project's up, this project's up. Some of the questions they ask you, though, when you were like voting on, it's like, okay, well, how about, this one? Do you think it'd be, I would sell for this price, or this price, or this price, and that's what you have to base your voting on. So it's a lot of fun. And I'm going through this, and I'm like, yeah, not a problem. It's really cool. I was geeking out when I read that, and it's like, oh my god, it got in. I mean, I'm geeking out about it. And I'm like, it's in. I was just so excited. Because this is literally really cool. And I like how they said it is the literal embodiment of what building a Lego set would be. Like, it is the ingenuity, the creativity. But they just needed more time in order to decide, do we really want to make this a set? Does this, is this really neat? Yes. I'm mostly thinking that they probably took the time, unofficially, let's really think about it for a moment. They probably took the time to think, okay, look, it's in either way. It was probably already decided upon back when it originally was up for judging. But they're probably like, look, if we approve this, we have got to get the licensing rights for the name. We have got to have that before we even touch this. We need more time to make the judging. I think they use that time to buy the rights to, get the rights from the actual holder and go, oh yeah, not a problem. You guys can use the Voltron name, the Voltron likeness for your set. It's the Lego Ideas project, but yeah, not a problem. We're all for that. That'd be really cool. I'm mostly looking forward to this because it would be really cool to build the different lions. Because you could basically, if you think about it, you could have the yellow lion's head attached to the red lion's body. You can mix and match some of them if you do it right. So that's what kind of makes it really neat to me. But at the same time, I definitely see the creativity in this. I see the way that this could really boost people's imaginations. I actually just really want to get this because it looks like a really sweet Lego kit. It looks like something that would probably keep me occupied for a couple days. I could build a model kit in literally a night and doesn't bother me. I built Lego kits in like an afternoon. I remember my great aunt got me a Lego kit once when she came up a long time ago, and she's telling my mom, well, you're going to have to take a picture of that and send it to us because he's not going to have that built before we leave. My mom looked right at her and goes, he'll have that built before dinner. No, he won't. He'll have that built before dinner. 4:50. We ate dinner at 5, 4:50 p.m. I sat it down on the table right in front of my great aunt's plate like, thanks. And she's looking at it like, how did he get that built? It's done. It's completely done. My mom just looked at her and goes, he probably finished that about an hour ago, spent about an hour playing with it, and realized he should show you that he got it done. And she's just completely shocked by this. So as far as the Voltron kit, this looks like something that anybody that's really good at building model kits like Lego-wise in that, would definitely enjoy above anything else. I mean, let's face it, the only real challenge we've ever really gotten from a Lego kit was some of the older generation ones. Like the Space Shuttle, which I could never get my hands on. That son of a bitch was like almost $150. You had the Pirate Bay, whole slews of these. But the one that I liked the most, at least set-wise that Lego did, was Bionicle, because with those, you could literally make anything out of those. I mean, okay, you could build the Toa, but then you could just build anything else from it. So with Voltron, you could build the actual set itself, but my guess is how unique the pieces are going to be with this, and how creativity was basically thrown into this to really make this pop. Sure, first off, you're going to build the lines. I mean, you're liable to buy 2 sets. One to just build the thing, glue it together so that it never comes apart. There are people that do that. It's a horrible thing, I know, but there are people that do that. And then have it sit in a display case, and then you're going to open up the other set just to screw around with it. Like, oh, I'm going to build this, this, and this with the parts that came from that. Because you know you're going to have the ability to do that. So, I'm looking forward to this coming out. I'm really excited, first off, that it even got approved, and it's, the judges approved it. That really makes me happy. But you can find the video on YouTube explaining that it was approved. It is out on YouTube. I highly recommend checking it out. And don't forget, if you have any ideas for future Lego kits, you can check out the Lego Ideas Project site and come up with your own. They actually do have a Lego design or dream design program that you can download for your computer, and you can actually design it yourself. Or you can just build it out of actual physical Lego bricks and take a picture of it, and they explain all the rules on the site. So it's really cool. I highly recommend checking it out if you get a chance to. But yeah, I mean, it's really neat that they were able to do that. And congratulations. I forget the name of the creator of it, but congratulations. And I do apologize for that. But congratulations, and I really hope your set is great. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, and that should say something. The Absolutely Completely Random Podcast will be right back after I find my notes and my head and my dimensional transporter and anything else that fell out of my pockets. It's got to be here somewhere. All right, everybody, it's the moment you've been waiting for. That's right. I made you wait to the very end of the podcast because I'm going to talk about Larry Bundy Jr. and Watch Mojo. But let's do this right, folks. We got to do this right. So let's do this like a boxing match. In this corner, the undisputed king of Fact Hunt, Larry Bundy Jr., a.k.a. Guru Larry. And in the opposite corner, the undisputed king of Top 10 lists, ranting and raving about stupid stuff, and annoyer of many people who think that their content is bullshit, WatchMojo.com. I'm Andrew Rose, and I will be your ringside announcer for tonight's match. Larry versus Mojo, tonight on Super Slam. At least that's what I want to say. But anyway, so here's the concept. This is what happened. And I'm going to try to do this as nicely as I can. I want to try to stay as neutral as I can, but I kind of have to agree with Guru Larry on this one, and I'm really apologize for that, but I have to. So here's what happened. Wednesday night, or sometime Wednesday, WatchMojo.com released the video, top 10, and I had it written down. What did I do with it? Oh, hold on. I remember what I did with it. I remember where I put it. If I can just get it out of my bag here. And no, I don't have the Mary Poppins bag. I have no, that's not it. I just threw everything inside in one bag here, and I'm kind of regretting it. Okay, I know I had it around here somewhere. Okay, well, anyway, they released a top 10 list. It was like worst selling consoles. And the whole thing was, it was consoles that were really what you want to call stinkers on the open market. I mean, we're talking consoles that didn't sell very well, consoles that didn't do very well in the end market. People didn't like them, they didn't want anything to do with them. So that was that. And as I'm watching this on Wednesday night, I'm thinking to myself, I've heard this information somewhere before. It just wasn't dawning on me where I had heard it from. And as I'm watching it, I'm like, I've really heard this somewhere before. I mean, it was like recent that I've heard this. It just wasn't dawning on me where I heard it from. So let's fast forward a little bit now to Thursday morning. I'm awake. I'm going on to Twitter. And Larry Bundy Jr., great person, by the way. I highly recommend you check out his YouTube channel. He's really funny when he does some of these fact hunt videos. He's got a raging hate boner for Peter Molyneux, but definitely does it in a funny way. But anyway, he posts up on Twitter, what a great way to wake up in the morning, finding out WatchMojo.com stole all my research for a top 10 video. Then it clicks in my head. That's where I heard it from. Because the whole time I'm watching this video, I'm like, I remember hearing about this. It was like the ZX Spectrum, the Apple Pippin. I'm like, I remember hearing this somewhere else. I'm like, where the hell did I hear this from? And when I read his thing, I'm like, that's where it was a fact hunt video! Now I remember it! So Guru Larry does the ultimate thing. First off, I would buy you a sandwich or a slice of pizza or anything. Hell, I'd buy you a beer. Because I think you deserve one. You sir deserve a toast. Because you took on a big freaking channel and lived to tell the tale. So here's what happened. He complains about it, uploads a shit ton of comments on their thing. Other people are putting comments up. You stole Guru Larry's stuff. You stole Fact Hunt. You thieves. WatchMojo.com's claiming it's research. Yeah, it's a new type of research. 5-figure discount type. But anyway, so they're basically claiming that it's research, that they source it from multiple sites. It was one of their 100 freelancers that kind of screwed up, that they have stuff in place to check all this. But they asked, because then Guru Larry goes, well, luckily I put traps in my videos, and I put traps in my research to catch people who try to use it and publish it online as their own. First off, that's a good idea. I mean, there are a lot of people that would write stories online that they'll omit like 1 or 2 letters in a word. Or they'll change up a word, because your mind will read the word. If it's the first and last letter or a normal word and you're reading the sentence, your mind will instantly tell you what that word is. Even it could be complete garbage in between. If the first and last letter are the same and it's going in the order of a sentence, your mind's instantly going to figure out what that word is by repetition, and you're just going to see that. And a lot of people don't think about that when they're looking up like articles and stuff like that. Somebody will put something like that in because your mind will instantly change it up. So they'll do traps like that to make it so that, oh yeah, this is mine. Well, how can you prove it? Line 16, 27, 95, I added extra words in. These lines here, I changed the words. These lines here, only the first and last letter of the word are correct. The rest of it in the middle is basically garbage. And that's what it is. So, what Guru Larry did was he basically falsified some of the information or exaggerated it a bit to catch people. Which is fine. Because you figure you actually have down in your description, Fact Hunt, all this stuff, what it is. And it's usually a common case of, okay, not all the information can be 100% accurate because you're scouring the internet to find it to begin with. You're looking up old, information and you want to make sure that you have something that grabs their attention. And it's usually like stuff like, I'd say like in the middle, something that's not like a major one, at least from what I could tell. So WatchMojo.com wanted to have some examples of these traps to, as I put it in a reply, they wanted it for two reasons. At least this was my reply to Guru Larry's Twitter post. He goes, they want some examples. I'm like, oh, there's two things with this. One, they want proof. Two, they want to know what to look for the next time they do theft. I mean research, as they call it. It was flat out theft. So he showed them, he sent them some examples, and they replied with the following. Now, this letter was made available via Guru Larry on his Twitter page. Top Hat Gamer read the letter. I'm going to read the letter because this is hilarious as hell. Sit back, folks, and relax. This is going to get good. The official response, which we'll post on their videos, on our video and your channel as well for full transparency. So you definitely can see this out there. This is to Larry Bundy, so this is definitely what happened. I'm going to read this, and I quote. I will stop periodically to explain my thoughts, but I will read it. So, here we go. Hi, Larry. Ash here. You emailed us at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we replied by 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before even noticing these comments on your and our channel. We have published 13,000 videos since 2006. It's now currently 2017. That is pretty bad. Early on, we were a group of 5 people producing videos. Today, we are 60 plus full-timers and 100 plus freelancers. Our team hails from journalism and communication programs trained to avoid plagiarizing. And despite what some of the critics may say, we avoid clickbait. Let's pause here for a moment. Bullshit! My bullshit meter's busting already. It's just overloading. Bullshit's over. It's over 9,000. My God, the bullshit's over 9,000. You avoid clickbait? My ass you do. You avoid clickbait. Continuing. They try to adhere. They avoid clickbait and try to adhere to lofty standards when it comes to infotainment. When did that become a fucking word? Seriously. When we tackle some topics that are of interest to younger audiences like gaming, it's possible that the writer is less knowledgeable in journalism practices. You gotta be kidding me, right? Over the years, our team of editors fact-check and proofread scripts methodically to avoid plagiarism. We have developed tools that filter these quite well. In those cases, we go back to the writers and educate them and whatnot. So in other words, you go back to the writers and tell them, you can't do this! And you're bitch slapping them. Oh, that's educating them, alright. Tools that filter this? Yeah, bullshit on all that crap. This is starting to sound like the company line. Let's keep going, though. There's still more, and I'm having fun all the way. We also tend to use, on average, 10 plus sources for some topics that are more niche. We may only use 2 to 3. Here, in the spirit of full transparency, we had 2, and one was yours. As your source was a video, our tools didn't do a good job of picking up on the similarities. In the hours since you reached out, we have implemented steps now to better filter video transcripts as well. So let's just basically think what that says. Since Guru Larry contacted them, they figured out a way to steal and not get caught. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. We have practically never taken down a video. when we make an honest, factual mistake, we generally add a note and chalk it up to the fact that our aim is to please our 15 million subscribers. Yeah. You know, if I'd ever come up with something and I screwed up, I would definitely want to make sure my 11 subscribers, not million, 11, just double digit, 11 subscribers, at least had the right information and not full bullshit. We cover a lot of topics, and mistakes are part of the game. We publish 200 lists, meaning 2,000 topics. What the hell kind of math is that? We publish 2,000 lists, meaning 2,000 topics, or 200 lists, meaning 2,000 topics. Yeah, but some of your lists aren't top 10s. There are top 5 lists that you morons do. So you're lumping them in. That's going to take your total to less or more than 2,000. We generally have not had any problems with plagiarism. We take seriously, and truth be told, we think you have a valid complaint here. So we do apologize about that. If that were the only... We're getting into the good shit now, folks. Grab your Crocs and hike up your socks. We're about to get wet on this ride. The only issue, I'd ask you if you would be fine with us leaving the video up and crediting you with links, etc. So first off, truth be told, we think you have a valid complaint here. So, what, you didn't think you had a valid complaint before you got caught red-handed or after you got caught red-handed? Or when you were stealing the shit? Did it ever occur to you, he might see this video, somebody might bring this to his attention? Nah, we don't gotta worry about that shit. We'll just pop it up on YouTube. No one will notice. Oh, God. I can add a little bit onto this yet. I actually have a WatchMojo.com account, because I actually tried coming up with some ideas for top 10 lists. And here's the thing. With some of those lists, you can add notes to somebody else's list. So, like, let's say somebody has top 10 Yu-Gi-Oh cards, or top 10 Pokemon episodes, or top 10 stupidest things you've ever seen on YouTube. You can have notes in there. Those notes usually inquire people saying, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah this, blah, blah, blah that. There's your research, morons! But we're getting into the good stuff. So now we're into the second part of the letter here. So we're still on the email yet, which, by the way, I will have a picture of this up. It's already been out there. This is so much fun right now. So, however, upon reflection, while we think it's a clever idea on the one hand for you to include falsehoods in your videos, I am simply not comfortable with knowingly publishing falsehoods, or as some would call it, fake news. So mainly for that reason, we have taken the video down. We may tackle the topic again in the future. You're not comfortable putting up fake news. Your moronic group of morons actually did a fake video for April Fool's Day telling people that WatchMojo.com was done. Try again, asswipes. I know for a fact you're full of BS and you're trying to spread it. My portable BS meter's going off like crazy. My big one's overloaded. Had you not included false information in your video, we would have likely just acknowledged your complaint, apologized, and we are apologizing regardless, to be clear, included a credit and link to your video in the video via annotation, which, first off, YouTube doesn't do anymore. They stopped doing annotations in May, assholes. You should have known this. If you're as big of a company as you claim to be, you should have known that. So this is basically a BS company line. We already printed it out, insert time and stuff here. This wasn't handmade because annotations aren't a part of YouTube anymore. In the comments section and in description, but largely due to the fact that you acknowledge publishing false info, we have decided to take down the video. Really? I'm wondering if the other person whose information you stole, let's get it right here. I'm sorry that you stole, researched from, basically caught your ass red-handed too. And that's two, count them, two screw-ups. The Count from Sesame Street would be having a field day with how many screw-ups you people have made on this one. Oh God, I'm having a blast with this, and I'm not even done with the letter yet. Side note, here we go, folks. This is where it's gonna get good. In case you are wondering, we used to cite/list sources, but early on we realized that a lot of the information on the internet was not really actively original, but all rooted back to similar sources, and that led to people coming to us complaining that we were sourcing someone who had in fact taken content from them. Well, let's see. If you search Wikipedia for stuff, 90% of that's taken from other sites because it's an encyclopedia site. Oh, I'm loving this. This gets better and better. Let's see. But upon further research, we discover that the complaining party wasn't even the original source of that info, and they had in fact gotten the info from someone else. As our research comes from countless of sources, and I'm not kidding, that's exactly what it says in here, on top of the research/writers learning over the years, that is why we generally don't list sources. FYI. No. You don't list sources so that they can't come after you and go, "You stole my shit, you bastards! I'm gonna sue your ass!" That's why you don't do it. That's why you don't list your sources. Oh, we don't list sources because people will come after us and say that it was taken from somebody else and they weren't even the original person that's telling us this. That's why we don't list sources, because of our researchers and writers' learnings over the years and everything else. Bullshit! You do it so you don't get caught. That's why you do it. All to say, thank you for contacting. Apologies for the grief it may have caused you. It was a sincere and honest mistake. That's good. That chalks up to our need to better train our team and, in capital letters, implement filters for sources when they are video-based. But, as a friendly suggestion, I would avoid publishing false info in your videos. The web is already full of that. Long term, your channel will fare better if you avoid that. But to each their own. Regards and good luck with your channel, Ombudsman Ash. So in other words, don't put falsities in your videos. It makes it harder for us to steal them. If you don't put falsities in them, we can steal it and claim it as our own. That's like leaving your front door unlocked and saying, "Come on in, steal my TV." Or better yet, "Come on in, steal my couch, take my toilet, take my food. I'll just leave the front door unlocked. All the thieves in the neighborhood can come in." What the hell are these people thinking? I mean, for the love of God, you have the audacity. I said it best on Twitter. Balls as big as church bells. To basically flip the blame on the Guru Larry and go, "Oh, well, it's your fault we had to take down the video because you put false information in and that screwed up our theft. Our research because of it." No. You assholes at Watch Mojo got caught with your hand in the cookie jar, with your pants down, and you got nailed for it. That's what it was. but you don't want to accept it. You don't want to take it like a man. No. It's not our fault, you claim. No. It's their fault because it was false information that they had in there. We don't publish fake news. We ain't BuzzFeed. No. We're WatchMojo.com, where people come and give us stupid suggestions for videos, and then we never make them anyway. We published 13,000 videos since 2006. What the hell have you been doing for 11 years? My God! 11 years and you published 13,000 videos? I mean, seriously? Seriously, how? How can you function? And you have the audacity to steal from more successful channels than you. You ain't Robin Hood, damn it. You're WatchMojo.com, assholes of the world. And that makes me sad to say that because I used to like your top 10 videos, but now I'm wondering how many more people you stole from that claim it to be research. I mean, were any of those anime ones actually yours, or did you just take it from Crunchyroll? I mean, come on. Don't put falsities in your videos. The web is full of that, and your channel will fare better in the long run. He's got more subscribers than you morons will ever have. And you have the audacity. I just... A friendly suggestion. I got a friendly suggestion for you, Watch Mojo. You ready for this? Actually practice what you preach and have somebody check everything. Oh, was this in a video somewhere? Oh, no? Okay, let's put it up. You stole my shit. Our fact checker checked it. Friendly suggestion, you assholes. I mean, seriously. You would avoid publishing false info in your videos. You published a video claiming that you guys were wrapping up WatchMojo.com because you're out of ideas. And it was an April Fool's Day prank, but that's still fake news. I know it's possible to die laughing, and I'm liable to from this because I can't stop. This is funny as hell. So they're mostly pissed because Guru Larry put in traps to incriminate and basically catch anyone red-handed from stealing his research. And Watch Mojo is pissed because they had to yank down a video because they screwed up. Well, yeah, you had your hand caught in the cookie jar. And you try giving an innocent look like, I didn't touch the cookies. No, you touched the cookies. Your handprints all over the cookies. You screwed up, kid. I mean, seriously. I don't like that. I just get a kick out of this. The best part had to be, and truth be told, we think you have a valid complaint here. Yeah, because every single one of his fans started ripping you guys a new asshole. Every single one. Hell, if I would have figured it out Wednesday night, I would have started it. I didn't even check the comment section on that video before you yanked it off. I would have loved to have read some of those. You guys are never going to walk away from this. This is literally going to be the start of the downfall of WatchMojo.com. Because I honestly hope that many more people take a close look at your videos and go, sons of bitches stole that from me. And claimed it as research. Research my ass. Many sources. You only have 2 for top 10 worst video game consoles. You I just you only had 2 sources. Oh, come on. Any decent journalist has more than 2 sources. They at least get 3 to 5, you morons. I like that. And to be clear, we are apologizing regardless. Well, yeah, we don't want you coming and suing us in real life. We're apologizing. We're sorry. We're making amends. Please make this go away. The problem is that the die has been cast. The moving finger is rigged, and you assholes have basically strung your own cord to hang yourselves with. You didn't even leave yourself enough rope to save your lives on this one. You screwed yourselves to the wall when you basically said, we don't steal anybody's content. It's research. Yeah, that's 5-figure discount research there. I mean, we're talking flat out 5-figure discount. Hey, you know what? I need to do a top 10 list. Hey, Guru Larry, if you're listening to this, mind if I borrow some of your stuff? I'll claim it as research. I'm kidding, by the way. I don't do top 10 lists. There's too much work involved in that. But seriously, I mean, come on. To actually come out and try to turn the whole thing around on him. It's just freaking, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, we're just gonna blame Guru Larry. It's your fault because you put traps in your video. No, it's Watch Mojo's fault because you people were too stupid to actually fact check a goddamn video. Oh, well, we're publishing, so we're adding to our 13,000 videos that we made in 11 years. You know, we gotta make our, well, how many did he say, 15 million subscribers happy? They on average use 10 plus sources. Yeah, so how many YouTube channels do you go to look up information? Oh, God, So anyway, Guru Larry, I definitely, if I ever meet you in real life, if you drink beer or something, I'll buy you a beer. If you drink soda, I'll buy you a soda. I'll buy you a sandwich or a slice of pizza. I don't care. You deserve it. You took on WatchMojo.com and came out smelling like roses on the other side. I can't even begin to fathom how great that was. You took them on and lived to tell the tale, my friend. Alright, folks, so that's going to do it this week, though, for the absolutely, completely random podcast. Professor, you have anything to say before we wrap this up?
Yes, Andrew, actually I do. I'd like to thank everybody out there for subscribing to Andrew's YouTube channel, Web Designer 18, and for being here every single week and listening to the absolutely, completely random podcast. It means a lot to him, and there may be very few of you, but still, the 11 subscribers that he has makes him feel oh so wonderful inside. And hopefully, Clump will be in charge. I'm waiting to be in charge sometime.
I know, Professor, I know you want to be in charge, but I have to be cold, dead, and buried before I'll let that happen again.
Well, I can hope, can't I? But anyway, yeah, I think that's going to pretty much do it this week for us, Andrew.
Yep. So if you have any ideas on ways we can improve the podcast, please feel free to send them to me via email or on Twitter. Email is acrpodcast@gmail.com, and you can just send it to me at Otaku Roads on Twitter, too, if you want. Topic ideas. Tweet them out with that hashtag on Twitter. I tried checking that this week. I didn't see anything new. So I don't know. Check it out. Maybe there was something I just didn't see it. I don't know. But check it out. And I do have plans for the 1-year anniversary coming up the first Saturday of September, so look forward to that. It's going to be a fun party night that night. And my birthday is 6 days away. I'll be turning 28 years old. Wow! And I'm starting to feel my age. Soon you have to put me in an old folks' home, especially after today. Professor, anything else you want to say?
I'd just like to give a shout out to my wife, Denise. Hi, honey. I'll be home soon. Yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it.
All right, then, Professor, thanks for stopping by this week on the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. My name's Andrew Rose, and I will catch you all next week right here. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel. Okay, maybe not the same time, but definitely the same channel, because I'm not going anywhere. Not anytime soon. Bye, everybody, and until next week, I'll see you.